Hey, what's up, family? Hey, today I'm going to do a video here where we're going to touch on experiences when you're going out to eat. So therefore, I'm going to title this video here, Menus Can Be Foreign, meaning a little bit hard to understand or not what you're usually used to seeing. If you're used to seeing the most regular stuff, now you see a menu, you be like, whoa, what the heck? Matter of fact, kind of touched on one of my other videos called Mediocre. Trust me, go to that video, check that out. But anyway, this one here is going to be titled, Menus Can Be Foreign. And when we talk about that, what I'm basically touching on is, like I said, you remember that very first time when you really first started going out to a restaurant opposed to just going to your regular burger joint, McDonald's all the time. But when you went to a more upscale restaurant, you know, where you had to get dressed up and you went out with the family or a date or whatever the case. Now the menus were a little different. You know what I'm saying? So therefore you had to procure an understanding of what you weren't usually used to. And as always, you know I love to give y'all a word of the day. So that's going to be the word of the day. Procure. Procure. It simply means to obtain, to acquire something. So, you know, like as if you said, I procured some extra knowledge. I obtained, I acquired some extra knowledge. I procured a better understanding, like with those menus. Let me just touch on a couple of situations when I'm talking about that. I remember, because this applies to me and many people out there. You know, I remember when I first started getting a better understanding of procuring different menus that I weren't used to, because I was always used to the hot dog or burger joint. That's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? So I remember the first time I went out to a restaurant where I actually had to read a menu. And wow, look at this. They got wine. I'm not into that. But wow, what's this? What's that? And I didn't understand. I remember the very first time going to a fancy restaurant, you know what I did? What a lot of people do who they are in a different element. I looked at the menu and I looked at it and I looked at it and I said, flipped it over on the back, flipped it to looked at the bottom, looked at the top, then I eventually was like, wow, since I really didn't understand it, because that's what it really was. And I was like, let me just get a cheeseburger and fries. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A lot of people did that. That was me. That was many people out here that's done that because I didn't procure, remember, obtain, acquire the knowledge to look at a menu and take my time and get a better understanding and get out of the most comfort, mediocre zone that I was always into of just burgers and hot dogs, burgers and hot dogs. Nah, come on. We're a little bit more upscale now, so think in a more mature way and procure that knowledge and understanding to be able to obtain and acquire that knowledge on that menu and look for something different opposed to the normal mediocre stuff you always get. Matter of fact, this touches on, I remember once I started doing that, then I remember, because obviously this was before I met my wife, I remember a couple of times going out on, you know, let's say a date or with some young lady, you know, way back then when I was like 20 or whatever, before I got my wife. Yo, I remember going out, taking a young female out to eat to a nicer place. And I remember I felt like I was looking in a mirror while they gave her the menu. And I see how she was acting. It was like, that's how I used to be. I remember like, the young girl looked at the menu and I could see she was lost. You know, she looked at that menu and was like, well, and then she said, do they got any burgers or cheeseburgers? I said, look, yes, they do, but try to look at something different. And I remember she's like, oh, man, I mean, I don't understand all this fancy stuff on here. Why they got to make stuff so fancy, though? And I was like, man, wow, was I that bad? You know what I'm saying? And eventually she wanted to do the same silly thing I did, like most people do. Eventually, after looking at the menu over and over and over, not really procuring, get an understanding of it, she just said, just give me a burger, just give me a burger and fries. Like stop thinking everything is just a burger and fries. There are plenty of other things on that menu that you can learn. You might be surprised. I'm sure you will be when you take the time to really go through the menu. And if that's too much for you, you can actually ask the waiter to explain things to you. Tell them what is the meal of the day or whatever. That way you can procure that knowledge through the waiter. They will even explain to you. But let me give you another story. I remember, like I said, when I first started going out, and I remember one time I went out with my buddy James, right? Me, him, I think his wife was with us because I went with them, matter of fact. Let's put it that way. I went with them out to eat. And I remember I said, all right, this time, I done procured some knowledge of how to order on the menu. So I was ready this time. At least I thought. So on this day, I don't know where we went out to eat, but I know it was a nice place. And when they brought us the menu, I'm looking, and I'm not going to order a burger and fries. So I said, all right, you know what? Now remember, the title of this video is Menus Can Be Foreign. So watch this. So as I'm looking at this menu, and I'm like, yeah, I done procured some knowledge now with some understanding of don't just order burgers and hot dogs. So I'm gonna order something different this time. So as I'm looking, finally I seen something that somewhat caught my attention. I was like, okay, I can't wait till the waiter get back. I think I got this one. I got this. I got it. So the waiter came back, right, and I was like, he said, yes, may I take your order, sir? And after they ordered, I was like, yeah, I would like the blackened chicken with the fermented potatoes and the steamed vegetables. Yes, that's what I like. Thank you, sir. Thank you, appreciate it. So he went, left, took my order. Remember, I ordered blackened chicken, fermented potatoes, and steamed vegetables. So when he brought my food back, put it in front of me, I'm looking at exactly what I ordered. I'm looking at what I'm ordering, and I'm like, yo, man, what's this? He's like, sir, that is what you ordered. You ordered the blackened chicken, the fermented potatoes, and steamed vegetables. I hope you enjoy it, sir. I said, wait a minute, man, this chicken's burnt. He said, yes, sir, that's blackened chicken. And I remember my buddy James was like, yo, June, man, you ordered blackened chicken. Blackened chicken is like a burnt chicken, man. That's what you ordered. I was like, yo, but this is some bull crap. Why didn't they say burnt chicken? I didn't get it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't procure that understanding. Now, I know now, if I go get the blackened chicken, I know it's burnt chicken. But anyway, not only that, even the vegetables. I went to eat one of the vegetables, they was like raw. I said, yo, these vegetables not even cooked. He said, sir, they are steamed. They're not necessarily cooked, they're steamed. I was like, yeah, but I didn't have a comeback. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, what the heck? Steamed vegetables? That's raw vegetables. You have to put some heat on them, that's it. And blackened chicken is burnt chicken. I didn't get it. I didn't procure that knowledge yet. You know what I mean? I remember you mentioned also to me, but I remember years ago we went to Disney World, us and our two daughters. And I remember we went to that upscale restaurant that was at that tower. It was all the way at the top, and you could see the whole area, right?
Oh yeah.
Above the monorail and all that, right?
Yeah.
And I remember, I love salad. I ordered whatever meal I ordered, but then I wanted a salad. I said, yeah, let me have a Caesar salad as well. And the guy was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he brought me back a big old plate with a leaf on it with a piece of sauce, a little string of sauce on it. I was like, hey, what's this, man? He said, yes, you ordered a Caesar salad. I said, what? This is a leaf. A Caesar salad is actually nothing but lettuce. And then when people try to be fancy, it'd be a leaf. I mean it. I'm not exaggerating. It's just a leaf, and he put a dash of sauce on it. Meanwhile, that was like $16. I said, yo, this is some bullshit. But what I didn't realize, because I didn't take the time to procure, remember, to obtain, to look at the whole menu, what I wanted was a garden salad. Lettuce, tomatoes, onions, peppers, all that. I want cucumbers. I wanted that. And I just looked real quick and said, oh, salad. Give me the Caesar salad. Not realizing a Caesar salad and a garden salad are two different things. I like a garden salad, tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, lettuce. You know what I'm saying? So I was making a fuss of it. I remember my wife was like, babe, come on, don't embarrass her, babe. I was like, yo, but this is a leaf. Y'all charged me $16 for a leaf. Is you crazy? But anyway, to any and all, what I would say in closing to a lot of y'all out there, remember, always try to procure a better understanding of any and everything that you deal with in life, and so to obtain or acquire, procure. You always want to procure better knowledge of any and everything in life. Obtain something, to get something, acquire something. You want to acquire some better knowledge. But definitely, when you're going out to eat with family and friends, date, whatever, you definitely want to procure a better understanding of that menu. Don't be so quick to always just order something you really don't understand. If you don't understand, have the waiter explain it to you. That is their job. Sometimes they're delightful to do so. Stay away from mediocre. Remember, like I said, that's another one of my videos. Type it up. Go to Sphinx for Integrity, this channel, and type up mediocre. What I mean by that, stop going out to these more upscale restaurants. You got dressed up. You look beautiful. You look handsome. You look nice, right? So don't do all of that just to get to the restaurant and go, oh, give me a burger and fries. Nah. You procured some knowledge, some understanding, so use it. And on that note, subscribe, share, like, and comment.